So let's have a look at trade size now. Your position size is measured in contracts. We kind of covered this and we alluded to this, that you've got literally just a number, a figure in front of your contract, so 10 contracts. And a contract's got a pre-agreed value. So, one contract is one share, or one contract is £1 per index point. In other words, if your FTSE 100 goes up by 1 point, then that's going to be £1 per contract that you have. And it's pre-agreed, and that's all going to be laid out in the terms and conditions of the broker you're using. Again, double check this sometimes, very occasionally it's 10, but most of the time now 1 CFD is £1. So the value of your position is price times the number of contracts. So if you've got 10,000 CFDs of Tesco's, if you're buying 10,000 CFDs of Tesco's at 184 pence, the notional value of that, as we just did a quick kind of calculator job earlier on that Vodafone example, but it's a bit more structured, this one. If you're buying that, you're going to get a notional value of £18,400. So that's, if you're buying that stock, if you are going to your broker, your traditional broker, and you're saying, yes, I want to buy 10,000 shares of Tesco, he's going to say, no problem, that's £18,400, please, sir. Please deposit that into your brokerage account and I will buy them for you. So this is kind of how the whole thing's worked out. So let's say the price at 8 AM is 184p, and we've bought 10,000, so our valuation there is 18,400, and this is going to be a little bit more clearer for us to see than the kind of on the fly thing we did earlier. So 18,400 notional value, and don't forget we've got to pay our commission, £18.40 on that one, 0.1%. Bear in mind 10% is 1,840 quid, 184 quid is 1%, so 0.1, 18.4. Easy way of doing it, just moving a decimal place. So the price quote at 11 AM is a very nice 192p. We say thank you very much. I think we'll take that profit, sir. That's very nice. That is £19,200 is the value of that position now, because we've just sold 10 of those, 10 CFDs back to our broker. He's settled that out. He's charged us £19.20 for the privilege, but we're not too bothered on this one because the net of the trade happens to be 19,200, which is the selling price, minus the buying price, 18,400, giving us our net, our gross, if you like, or net, however you want to look at it, trade profit. And then, of course, we have to take off our little commission that we've got charged there, £37.60, giving us a beautiful profit of £762.40. Now, obviously, this could have gone the other way for us. If we had bought this thing at 192 and sold it at 184, it's going to cost us £762. So while we've included an example here that is profitable, of course, these things can go against you, so be warned. Let's look at another example, and this is a little bit of a caution warning, because we've almost caught myself out here when we're talking about things, trying to describe things and what have you, and we look at it and you've got to be careful. And this is why you've got to be careful, because the UK and US have different valuations in how they quote prices. So if you were to see exactly the same thing, and you see Boeing, for example, and Boeing's at 184, and bearing in mind we've just looked at a stock which was Tesco at 184, the difference is that in the US they quote stocks in dollars. 184 is $184. 184 of Tesco is not £184, it's 184 pence. So look at how much difference that makes. Obviously, it's order of magnitude of 10 out. As you can see straight away, the astute amongst you will notice that. But if you don't notice that, then this is how you're going to be realizing, oh, actually, I am in a different league of exposure here. 10,000 CFDs of Boeing at 184 as a notional value of $184,000. And let's look at the example that we just did, exactly the same thing but with the dollar price. So 184 grand that's worth. We sell at 192,000. Thank you very much. Of course, the commission goes up proportionally because it's a higher amount. The net of that is $7,624, which is the difference between this old fella here and this one here minus the commission. So just highlight that, for example. This may well be your position size that you want to do anyway. Maybe you are quite comfortable and have the account to manage that size position, but still being careful that if you then went from Tesco to Boeing and you didn't double check, you could be doing 100,000 shares of Tesco, giving you the 184,000 notional, and then Boeing, you suddenly got 1.8 million dollars worth of stock. That may well be a little bit more than you perhaps wanted to control. So a little caveat there, just double check what the price is, what one CFD is worth, what the value of it is, and kind of understanding the difference in exposure that you're actually having.